Hey y'all, Shanta J, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'll be talking about the importance of being solely focused on yourself during like your healing journey and like where you're going through like your healing phase. Because I think it's very easy for you to lose sight of the plot, you know what I mean, when you're going through that. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. But before we start, you know we have to play a game, and we're gonna play Would You Rather. Okay, these are kind of random, so I don't think it's like a set group, but we're gonna get into it. Okay, question one. Would you rather it be winter all year long, or would you rather it be summer all year long? So with summer, it's like 100 degrees, 365 days. Or would you rather it be winter all year long, but it's like maybe it varies between like snow and like being like maybe like 68 degrees, right? So it doesn't snow all year long, but there is periods where it's snowing, but it's just kind of cold and cool all year long, but it's not much sun. I'm personally gonna pick the winter because I hate being hot. I hate sweating. I'm not a fan of it. So give me the winter. Okay, question two. Would you rather put salt, pepper, and butter on your grits, or are you a sugar person? I'm personally, you can give me the salt, pepper, and butter with some cheese. Yeah. Would you rather it be Halloween all year long, or it be Christmas all year long? Like the Christmas music, the decorations all year long, or would you rather it be like Halloween, pumpkins, scary stuff all year long? I would want it to be Christmas all year long. That's my stuff. That's my jam. I love like the Christmas trees. I love the Christmas lights and stuff like that. But I also love Halloween. I love how like gloomy it is around that season. I love the vibe. I'm a little dark a little bit. I like that. But I would take Christmas all year long. Yeah. And okay, yeah, let me know what y'all would do. And let's get into the topic. Okay, so for the topic, I think that when you're going through your healing season and when you're in your healing phase of life, I think it's so easy for you to get distracted by other things during that time. So I think that's why sometimes people like naturally go into an isolation during that season, because I think it's like literally the best thing for you, low key, high key, because like I think it's easy for people to get distracted by the bigger picture, especially when there's like things in life that needs your attention, like bills and people and relationships and stuff like that. So it's very easy for you to lose sight of the goal. But I think, you know, when you're isolated, you have no choice but to be solely focused on yourself. And I feel like that's when you get like the best results, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I just think like when you're distracted, it can definitely slow down your process, and you kind of put yourself in more situations than you need to be, you know what I mean? And I think when that happens, you kind of keep yourself in places way longer than you need it to be, or way longer than you were like expected to be, you know what I mean? It's like that like what they said in the Bible, like those people made like a 40-day trip take like 40 years. And I think that's what happens when you're That's what distractions can do. Like, God can like intend for you to be in a season for like maybe a couple months, but because you're like focused on everything else, you're there for like years. And I low-key feel like that's me, because I be dragging it out. So yeah. And also when you do that, you're like prolonging your blessings. You know what I mean? Like, God is like, whenever you're ready, your reward is right here. If you want to keep sitting there worrying about things that don't matter, you know, you can come get it when you're ready. If you want to sit there and worry about people that don't matter, situations that don't matter, things that is irrelevant to the bigger picture that I have for you, then you can sit there as long as you want to, but when you're ready, this is available for you. And yeah, so from like learning that, it kind of is helped me change my perspective to be like, just to keep my eye on the goal, on the prize, you know what I mean? And look at things and take things with a grain of salt, and try to solely be focused on myself. I think it's it is very important to be focused on yourself during that time. So yeah, so for me, I'm offering up procrastination. I'm offering up distractions. I am offering up poor time management, because I definitely have a habit of prolonging things and dragging things out way longer than it needs to be. And I feel like sometimes people want to blame God for the timing or the timeline, when it's like, he's like, I'm literally waiting on you. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to put this on me when it's you. So when you're ready, you let me know. And yeah, so I'm offering up all of that, period. Okay, so you also know I like to ask a question. What would you do? And the question for today, with my handy dandy notebook, okay, is, what would you do if you could fast forward through any part of the healing process? Which part would you skip? Personally, I want to say I would skip the entire part and like just skip to the good part, you know what I mean? But if I had to choose, I just think like with your healing season and when you're in your healing phase, you really have to, you can't skip through that. Like, you really have to go through that in order to truly get through it. So yeah, I feel like there's no skipping through that. So if I had to choose, I would skip the I don't know if it's the denial part or the like resistance part, but like when you like deny yourself or deny the fact that you need to start it or you need to go through it, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta like admit that something is wrong, and sometimes you can be like in denial about that. I would skip that part, because I feel like that's like the most prolonged but the most prolonged part of that season, depending on the person. Because if you're like a little stubborn or a little hard-headed, you're like, no, I'm totally fine, I'm great, I don't gotta go through that. When it's like, you are great, but you could be better, and it's something in your life that you need to work on and you need to heal. So as soon as you admit to yourself that you need to heal this certain part in your life, then your life will get way better. So yeah, I would fast forward through the denial part for sure. And yeah, so I think that's it for today. If you're going through your healing season, your healing journey like myself, I'm just here to tell you to focus on yourself. yes, it's good for you to live life. Like, you don't gotta be cooped up in the house all the time. You gotta be by yourself all the time. But I do think it's good for you to remember the plot. Remember what you're here for. And remember to always put yourself first and your growth first and focus on you. And if you know you're not supposed to be doing something, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. If you know it's a bad idea, don't do it, girl. If you know it's just gonna stress you out, don't do it, girlfriend. Okay, because you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up to put more stuff on your plate that don't need to be there. You know what I mean? So get through it. Go through it so you can get through it and get to the good side of life. Skip to the good part. Period. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.